With the upcoming hyperburns coming to Maplestory this summer, you might be thinking about training a Mo Xuan for either the Link skill, the Legion block, a Boss Mule, a Legion champ, or even a new main, like me. And this quick guide will give you all the tips and tricks you need to know how to grind to 260 as fast as possible based off of maps I actually use getting my own Mo Xuan to 260. And if you want to follow my Mo Xuan's progress, make sure to subscribe and to follow me on Twitch as well, where I'll be streaming a lot of this character's progression towards level 290 and beyond. So first off, before we even start grinding, you want to make sure you always have your projection toggle skill on, which is this skill right here, because this toggle is pretty much an auto attack, which helps to clear up any stragglers that might be found on the map. And make sure you always have your dice set to 6 for that additional 30% EXP. But anyways, once you hit level 200, you're going to want to go to below the cave. And this is the rotation I would do if I were you. I would just put my Urda Fountain right here, and then all you have to do is just jump back and forth on this map. And you're not even going to be here that long, and with all the hyper event rewards, you might not even need to train here at all, if I'm being honest. But yeah, this is literally all you do up till level 210. But like I said, you really won't be here long at all. And then in Choo Choo, the main map I would go to is Modeled Forest 3. And you really don't need Urda Fountain on this map, but if I were you, I would just put it maybe like here to help clear that top corner. And then you literally just jump along the bottom the whole time. But you really shouldn't need Fountain at all, because your skills hitboxes are so big, especially stuff like this. And off cooldown, you have skills like this, this. All those skills are good to help clear up different parts of the map as well. Especially your Swirling Tide skill, because it has such a low cooldown. And then once you hit level 220, you'll want to go to this map, Victory Plate Street 1. And I like to put my fountain right here to help clear that part, and then you literally just jump along the bottom like that, dash up and attack. And then I also use the Swirling Tide off cooldown because it's got such a huge hitbox, and it's just boom, full clear, super easy. And I don't think you guys will have any trouble getting to level 225 on this map. And then once you get to Arcana, there's 2 maps that I did here. First is obviously Earth Spirits, which is just always a really good map. And I always put my fountain right here in the middle to hit that very top part, and then you just jump along the bottom, and your hitbox is so big it can reach everything. Like, your foot skill is just the most overpowered thing ever. Straightforward, very simple. And then if this map is full, which during hyper burning I feel like it probably will, another option is to go to Lower Path down here. And this map is also very easy. You just put your fountain right down here in the bottom right there, and then you just jump along the bottom like that. And this map is super easy as well to get you to Moras. And then you can also just use those skills off cooldown just so you can clear without having to really move anywhere. And now that you're level 235 and you're in Moras, this is where the rotations get a little more active and complicated, but honestly, if you follow this guide, you'll get used to the rotations really easily and you won't have any trouble. In my opinion, Shadow Dance Hall 2 is like the best map in Moras without a doubt. And even though it's really packed, if you can find a map, here's a very simple rotation. You just put your shower right here, and then you just attack here, jump over, attack, dash down, attack, dash up. And if you're doing it full speed, it'll look like this. Very easy, can full clear, and boom, and you're back before the next wave spawns. And I also, yeah, like I said, I use the Tide skill off cooldown very often. Boom, 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 back down, attack that way if you need to, and up. And I actually stayed here all the way until I unlocked Celis at level 240 because I wanted a little bit of fams, and the Sphera maps I really don't think are that great. So I actually ended up skipping a Sphera and going at level 240 right to Celis, Star Swallowing C3. Now, this rotation and the next maps beyond this are all fairly similar. For this map, you want to put your fountain right up here in the top left, and then I use my Swirling Tide up top, dash down, attack there, over here, and then I rope lift back up to here. So if you're timing it right, it'll look like this. You go like that, down, oops, attack, up, and you're back before it starts again. Just like this. Very easy rotation. And yeah, there's not much to this. Congratulations, you hit level 245 and you made it to Moonbridge. I personally didn't like Moonbridge that much, but if I had to pick a map, I'd do Last Horizon 4. Now, if you don't care about fams, I would just probably stay in that Celis map because it's so free. But this map is also pretty easy. You put your fountain down there on the left, and then you just attack, rope lift, attack. And then you stay up here for the next wave. You go attack, down here, attack, attack. Pretty simple. This map is very easy as well, and you shouldn't have any trouble full clearing. And then once you hit level 50, you go to Lab of Suffering at the Labyrinth of Suffering Core 6. This is where I stayed until Limina. Very easy rotation. You put your fountain right here. You go attack, attack, rope lift up, attack, attack, attack. And then you just wait here for the next wave. And when that spawns in, you go attack, 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 dash down that way, attack, attack. And then obviously use your Tide skill off cooldown if needed, just because that hitbox is so big. And yeah, this map is very lazy to get you to 255. Now for Limina, kind of like the Celis map, there's a map that will have often a lot of burning, and that is 2-4, which isn't too popular of a map. So let's see here, like this is boom, burning 10, that's an extra 100% bonus XP. So that is something that you cannot pass up when you're training. So for this map, I put my fountain right here in the bottom left. I use my Tide, rope lift up, attack, attack, dash back. And the movement on this class is just so good that you can get back in plenty of time, like a whole 2 seconds before the next wave spawns. Utilizing the dash on maps like this properly just makes the rotation so much easier, which I found really helpful when training. And you don't need to worry about someone taking your map, obviously, because this map is just super underrated in my opinion. And yeah, I just trained here till 260, and when you're training with a hyperburn, it'll feel even quicker than it did for me, because I did the whole grind to 260 without a hyperburn. I just raw dogged that shit. If for a bonus, once you get to level 260 in Cernium, your best map is going to be Library 5 to get you started. I recommend just brute forcing to get your Janus, because once you get that, the training 260 plus is so free. I put my Janus, boom, right there. And then over here, I put my fountain, and then you can literally just sit here and you'll full clear. Boom, boom, full cleared. And those will get cleared up by your fountain and your Janus on the left and right. And the nice thing about your auto toggle skill that auto attacks is that procs your Janus for you, so you don't even need to attack to proc your Janus like that. It'll just keep on attacking for you. So once you clear your left and right here, you don't really need to do anything. It'll just clear up the stragglers for you. And if you guys later on want an updated guide all the way up to 290, once I get a little further along, let me know. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm cooking up some more edits like these previous videos that you guys have seen on the channel. So be looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.